Okay, one thing that I noticed from my OpenBox Spy laptop computer from Best Buy is if you right click and go to New, it doesn't give you an option for a new folder. That's so irritating. It's my understanding that it's actually a common problem with Windows 7. Also, not having New is an issue as well. So I'm going to show you probably the quickest, easiest way to fix that using another computer with Windows 7 that does work correctly. For this fix, for fix number 1, you'll need to have a computer that does work correctly available. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a flash drive or SD card or something. I'm going to use a USB flash drive, and I'm going to get some registry entries off of that computer. So you'll put a USB drive in. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to look into is you need to make sure that the computer you intend to use works correctly. And this one does. So this one, when you click on New, when you right click on New, you get a folder. So everything works right on this one. So you would go to Start, type in regedit, REGEDIT, and you can either click Enter or click on the executable file here. And we want the top one, HKey underscore classes underscore root. You want to expand it by clicking on the little triangle beside of it. And now you can either scroll down or you can start typing folder. And that's what we want is folder. So we're looking for the key or the entry, the whatever. We're looking for ShellNew. So in order to put that on our removable media, in my case a USB thumb drive, we'll go ahead and open that so we can see it. You don't have to do this, but what we want to do, you want to make sure that you've got, see how it highlights when you click on it? You want to make sure that you have ShellNew in the folder directory highlighted. Then you click on File, Export. Make sure we're exporting to our removable disk. You want selected branch. So you'd see the HKey underscore classes underscore root backslash folder backslash ShellNew. And you can name it anything you want. So I'm just going to name it folder dash ShellNew. And hit save, and it should pop up here. It did. And that's all we need off of here. So we can close this. You don't have to save the registry. We didn't make any changes to it anyway, but you can just close it out by clicking on the X here or going to File and Exit. And I don't know if it's a big deal or not, but to keep from corrupting my USB drive, I'm going to go ahead and eject it. So it's safe to remove. And that's it. Let's put it in the computer that we're wanting to fix. Ignoring all the junk laying around. Okay, with our USB flash drive in the computer, you go to Start. Again, we type in regedit. We want to make a backup. A total backup in case we mess this up totally. So to do that, we will click on File, on Export. We want to save it to the desktop, and we want to select, for export range, we want to select all. Then I'm just going to call it Registry Backup, and today's date would be June 28th, 2019. That just makes it easier to know in which order the backups were performed, which was the very latest one or something. And we'll save that to the desktop just for, I don't save these on the desktop. This is just for to make it easier for the demonstration. Now that'll take a little while the mouse is still an hourglass. I'll just let that run, and it should be done in a little bit. It's a pretty big file. Okay, now it should be through. Should be finished, backed up, and so it's 356 megabytes. So it's pretty good size. Okay, the next thing you want to do is you want to click on the little triangle beside HKey underscore classes underscore root, the top entry. Expand that. You can start typing folder, or you can scroll down. It's easier to type it. And then you click on the triangle beside it if you want to expand it. But we're going to click on it, and then we're going to back that up specifically. And this time you want to make sure that selected branch is selected here. And we're just going to back up. I'm just going to call this one folder. And save it to the desktop as well. Okay, now since we do have the option to select new, but we don't have folder, we don't have to do anything else. So the next thing we want to do is we want to go to our USB flash drive, and where we have saved from the other computer folder ShellNew, we want to put folder ShellNew in this registry. So all we really have to do is double click on this, and it'll ask if you want to do it. So yes, we're sure we want to continue, and we click yes. Then hopefully it was successfully added to the registry. Then we can watch it appear over here, and we have ShellNew, which is this poop right here, and this little part of it as well. So now we have to do this twice in order to get it to see the new registry entry. So we can right click, go to new, and it's not there yet. So we can left click, then right click again, go to new, and we should have our folder. And that's really, if you have another computer that works correctly to get that off of, that's really all we have to do. And now you have the new folder option. Then all you have to do is close out of all this stuff. You don't have to save the registry, it saves it automatically. And that should do it. Okay, so what if you don't have another computer to get the proper reg folder ShellNew file from? Okay, so what I was wanting to do originally was see, one thing you can do is you can change the registry. You can change the .reg to txt, and open it up and see what it is. And then I copied all of this, pasted it in one of my previous videos that apparently has 0 views. But that's alright. Next week, next month, I hope to have twice as many. Huh? Anyway. So, here's what I figured out. And we save changes. All changes saved. Now we go to that video, refresh it. You'd want to expand, show more. So you see it's just fine like this. Okay, so then we'll select it, being careful to only select from here to here. Then we want to copy. By right clicking, we want to copy. Then we want to open a text document. You can call it folder or whatever. Double click on it and paste and watch what happens. And this won't work. I can't figure out any way to get it to keep the formatting. So what I've done In order to get that to work, I put return in several places on here. Everywhere I put return is vital. Okay, so I copied this, and it took me a long time to figure out exactly how to do this, by the way, and copied it into here. So now you have all of my returns. Then I saved it. Okay, all changes saved. So now we can go and refresh this video. Expand it, and now you see the return. So I'll leave this in. I mean, I had to do it on a video that was already done because I haven't uploaded this video yet. But I'll leave this part down in this section for you to use if you need to. This is the harder way to do it of the two. So now, here's way number 2. Let me make that a little smaller. Okay. But what I need you to do, or how you can do it, okay, you'd want to carefully start on the W and select everything down to here. Make sure this is all you're getting though, and then right click and copy. Again, you'll want to make a new text document. It should be in Notepad, I think, but anyway, you can call it whatever you like, but I'm going to call it folder. Then open it and paste. Now, what you need to do is very, very, very carefully select return. Then hit the return button or enter, whatever your key says. Every time you see the word return, select it and hit enter. Scroll real careful and do not get a space with it. Make sure you don't get a space with it. Only the words return. Be slow and careful. Let's take our time and do it right the first time. Whoops. Slow and careful. If anybody knows how to get the YouTube section to actually maintain formatting, let us know in the comments. We're doing this slowly and carefully. You can basically do both of these at one time if you want and hit return twice, but I'm going to do it once, one at a time. And there you have it. Now you will want yours to look exactly like this one. There's spaces in between here that have to be there, it won't work. It has to be exactly like this. Then I want you to save and close it out. Go back to it, double click, well, don't double click, click and then click again, select the TXT part and change that to REG, hit enter. Yes, we want to change it. And then this, where do I have folder already? Oh, I have folder up here. Okay, so I already had folder saved. Anyway, so then it saves it as a registry file. And we can open our registry. We see we don't have folder. So now, we make sure we got folder highlighted so this don't jump to anywhere else. We can take the file we just made and double click on it. It asks, do you want to continue? Yes, we do. And of course, you still have these backed up if this don't work. Then hopefully it was successfully added to the registry, and we should be able to watch it appear over here. And there we go. If it gives you an error message, double check what you typed in here, how you fixed it. And then, same thing applies. It won't work the first time. It should work the second though. And you can make a new folder now. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the question and comment section. Oh, let's see. So, what if you do this and it messes up? Let's say that you did it and it didn't work, you messed something up. How do you use your backup? Okay, so we backed up the entire folder. So in order to fix it, you would want to click on folder. But whatever it puts up here, you can delete folder. If it deletes the whole thing, it does. If it don't, it don't. Okay, so it deleted the whole folder. Okay, then you double click on your backup. Yes, you want to continue. And this should put it back the way it was before you started this. And we see folder reappear the way it was with no ShellNew. Then we have to figure out another way to get that to work if this don't work. But one of these two ways should work unless there's something else going on with your computer. And then of course I do actually want that option there, so I'm going to double click on it and put it back. But that's how you would use your backup. Now I guess if all else fails, use the entire, don't delete the entire registry, but use the entire registry backup to fix it. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the questions or comment section. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down or both. And I will see you in the next video. If it helped you out, let me know. And thank you for watching. Again, there's no place to save the registry. You just exit out. Whatever you put in there, it's pretty much in there. And the reason you have to delete this stuff, because see, this has ShellNew, but our backup doesn't. So it's not going to remove this. If we mess this up, let's see, ShellNew messed up. And there goes our folder. Okay, so we messed this up. Let's fix it with this. Yes, we want to continue. And there we go. It put it back. But it didn't erase anything extra. It only made any changes that was different. It didn't remove this. You see what I'm saying? So at the very least, you have to delete this to fix it. So that's why we basically delete the whole thing. And then use our folder fix. Did I double click on that? Oh, there we go. And we should have it now. Oops, I put it under here. So that's the way to use the backup. You have to delete it first. I'm not 100% sure if it would correct it. I've always deleted it. I don't know if it would correct it or not, but that's the way I do it. If I mess something up, I just delete it all and then replace it with what I backed up. But anyway, I'll see you in the next video.